Merry Christmas to be. There are staples under the tape. How to get that out? It's like the biggest staple I had ever seen. Okay. Once upon a time, I sold sewing machines, so I was lifting machines. This is the heaviest machine I have ever carried. But Juki is a full aluminum body. The sound of aluminum wrecks aluminum. The sound of styrofoam wrecks my ears. This, I think, is the only thing I don't like about these machines. I was sewing on a Viking, and a Viking gives you a really large pedal. I love the whole surface area, so this is like suck. For the important part, I think I need some help. Mommy! Now that I have this big boy up, let me show you it. I'm going to give you a tour of what came in the box. I'm going to test it out today. I have been testing the Katya dress by Christina Sews. I made my first one. It wasn't, had to make some adjustments. I'm on my second version. I've got to finish that up. I'm going to give it a go on my machine today. But first I want to show you what came in it. Full unboxing. If you decide you want to get a stretch stitch, which is the closest to an industrial machine that you will find for you to use at home. And if you want that industrial feel for one of these, get like an old desk from somewhere, thrift store, sink it in so that the whole table is flush, and it's basically like an industrial machine. It is very close. The mechanisms are pretty much the same. It's just, I think, not as fast. This goes 1200 stitches per minute. I have a TL-15. What made me go with one of these, because I needed a machine as opposed to something like what I've already had, which has more stitches and all the things. I had a Viking, was the power. I wanted something that had more power, more solid, because I use a lot of heavy material like denim, and the machine just couldn't keep up once you've got so many layers. It just like needs a break, and it gets annoying. I don't really use a lot of stretch material or need a zigzag stitch, but if I do, I have other machines that I can use that for. And it's going to be really different because I went from a computerized to a manual, so there are some things that I know I'm going to have to remember, like putting the presser foot down. Something for the Juki that I like, or like some of the machines like Bernina, is that you can program the foot to do things. And this one, while it's not programmable, it's already there. If you back tap on the foot, it cuts the thread. I don't like that. I need to be able to sew and not back tap while I'm sewing, and then it cuts my thread. So it comes with this little stopper, and you just put it on there so that you can not back tap and cut the thread. There is a thread cutting button on there, so I don't really need that option. I love that it also has a needle up down, which is what I'm used to, but no matter what, this machine is going to stop with the needle down, which is like, I hate when you have to stop and you need to pivot or something and the needle is not in the thread. I mean, not in the fabric. So now you gotta like adjust. Needle in fabric, move and pivot, much better. And I don't have to tell the machine already to do that. It does that on its own. Something I'm so excited for is a knee lift. I never really sewed with one of these, but I have always wanted one so that while I'm sewing, if I need to just lift that foot up, I can just lift the foot up. I don't have to do it like this and then put it back down. It makes workflow so much easier. What comes with the TL-15? Spool caps, you know, machine oil, which I'm so glad about. When I was editing, I realized that me explaining to you what came with the machine was kind of vague, not exactly complete, and didn't quite make sense. Probably because I was excited, and I'm going to actually tell you what came with the machine this time without it being confusing, because it was really confusing. This is the bag. It's just this little plastic Ziploc bag. I'm going to either make like a little pouch or find something at the hardware store so that I could put these in, because I don't really like this, but it comes in a little plastic bag. Okay, I'm gonna start with the basics. Sewing machine oil, you know, you need it. It's mechanical. This little like brush and pick here is for like getting the lint and stuff when you gotta get it out of the machine or the feet. You gotta do a little sweep, or in the bobbin case. You get 2 screwdrivers. I love that they give you this big screwdriver, because a lot of times they don't. You get like a really tiny one, and I like this. You also get this one, which is a basic one, which is kind of what a lot of people give you, something like this, but it has different heads. I don't know why you need this one. I guess this one is to turn the bobbin screw. I mean, doesn't hurt to have 2, right? You get needles. I'm sure they're universal, probably like a 70. Not exactly 100% sure what size, but 70 makes sense. And then you get 5 metal bobbins. This one used metal bobbins, which I'm used to plastic, but I kind of like these. They have these little divots in them. It's so that everything like lines up. This is for winding the bobbin, the little keyhole right there. It's gotta like sit in there perfectly so that the bobbin winds right. I also got another pack of bobbins. I got brother bobbins because she told me that they were the same, and they are. I haven't opened them yet because I haven't needed to, and I don't have another bobbin case yet. So I'm not gonna go ahead and open them. I got another 5, so now I have 10 bobbins. If places don't have a Juki bobbin, then you can get the brother metal bobbin for vertical rotary hook. That's what it says. Same thing, same size. It works. Now let's talk about the feet. The fun part, right? First, you get a standard foot. You know, it's just regular. One thing I really loved is that the feet are really tiny. The only thing is that from my other machine that I was using, the foot was also a measure. I knew based on the inner foot or the outer foot or whatever, what my seam allowance was. I don't know that for this, so I've got to figure that out. Foot number 2 is going to be the universal zipper foot. Before I had made my dress, I never used a foot like this exactly for universal zipper foot. It's a little different. It doesn't have what I like to call rock, I guess. The other zipper foots have a little rock. This one doesn't. It's really, really flat. So it was a little interesting to use, but I did like that I don't have to take it off and pop it back on when I'm using. If I have to switch sides, I simply just turn this little knob here, and then you slide it and it goes to the other side. Now we get into the good feet. So excited for this one. I don't know what I'm going to use this on, but I know I'm going to use it. I love that it comes with this. I don't have many things to say. I'm just excited about that one. It also comes with a quote guide. I don't know how to put it together yet, but I'm going to figure it out because I am going to be making croissant bag by Manon, and I'm going to quilt it. I don't know that I need this. We'll see. Anyway, it's in 2 pieces. So yeah, you also get 2 free motion quilt feet, and I think that is really, really good. So you get one that is open toe, and you also get a 1/4 inch free motion foot. I will probably use one of these because of the fabric that I'm using for the croissant bag, quote the pattern of it. So we're gonna see how that goes. I do not know which foot you use for what, like what is the purpose of an open toe or the purpose of a 1/4 inch. I don't know what you use what for, but I'm going to find out. And of course the auxiliary table, which I'm so happy. I really love. I love. But we're gonna get back to the video where I tell you in real time about how excited I was for this. This part is probably one of my favorite things. It comes with an auxiliary table. I didn't have to purchase this extra. this makes a difference to have all this space, the large throat, and then all this space so that I can sew. Yes! It also has feet up, down. I like that it's a switch. I don't have to guess. So that you can use the free motion quote. This machine is so different from any machine that I've used thus far. The threading, the tension, adjusting, all that. I use a Viking. And Viking has, they call it the exclusive sensor system. And it adjusts tension when you tell the machine what kind of fabric you're using. Mid-weight, lightweight, knits, whatever. So if you have multiple layers, the machine just is supposed to sense the difference in your thickness. So this will be new for me because I haven't really had to adjust tensions in a long time from project to project, but I'm sure you all want to know what the sewing is like, and I'm gonna give it to you. Like I said, I've been testing the Katya dress, so I'm going to finish sewing that with this machine. It's not gonna be anything like crazy. It's not that many layers. It's a thinner denim. Oh, I forgot this. It has the speed. I really love that it has the speed because this machine, like I said, stitches 1200 stitches per minute. The needle on the Juki is sideways and not front. I've always been pretty good at threading a needle though. So what do I mean it's sideways? I can show you. Let's say this is the needle. Typically on your machine, the eye is facing you. I can see through the eye of the needle on the machine. But on this machine, the eye is this way. So I can't see just by sitting here looking the eye of the needle. So I had a hard time using the threader because I can't quite see the eye of the needle. I've had my new machine for about a month now, and I used it to finish the Katya dress. The dress came out much better than I expected, but that's beside the point. I do think that sewing on this machine has really helped my focus. Previously, I was using the Ruby Royal, which you cannot get anymore. It is a Husqvarna Viking machine. But in the past year or so, they recently did bring the Ruby series back, and you could get a Ruby 90. The Ruby designer series are not just sewing machines, they are also embroidery machines. So it's a really nice machine. Not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I like the machines. I used it for years. The difference in the two machines is that the major difference is that the Viking is mechanical and the Viking is computerized. What I really do like about the Juki is that I can turn it off and nothing changes about what I did. None of my settings changes, whereas the Viking machine is computerized, which means that it's going to reset every time you turn it off, and I hate that. I love that I just flip the switch on this, turn it back on. There is no boot time. It just turns on, as opposed to, and this isn't a dig at Viking, this is any computerized machine. The computer has to boot up before you can sew. But on a mechanical machine, I can flip that switch and get going right away, and I don't have to wait. And I like that because then I start to grab for my phone or something, switch it on, get going. I also like that with the layers, and I don't know what it's going to be like when I do start using material, because I want to make me a pair of jeans soon. When I do make jeans on the Viking, if I'm sewing for a long time or there are so many layers, the computer is like, I'm tired. I need a break. I need a rest. And then it will just stop sewing like mid-sew. And it is quite literally the worst thing. And it stops my flow. And having to get back into sewing, sometimes that is just so hard. I know I don't have to worry about that in the future. It's going to just keep going. As long as it's oiled and all the things, I'm good to go. Also, what I really love is the throat space. I got a lot of space here. The Viking does have that one does have a bit of space, but I love that this is a little more. But not just that, this comes with the auxiliary table, so I do not have to buy it extra, and I have all this space, and it's not like my machine is sunk into a table, but it feels kind of like it, because I got space on both sides, not just one. And my project isn't just falling off the other side of the machine. I love the ease of use. I love the power that it has. There are no bells and whistles, and I know that after using the kind of machine that I have been using, that one, and other machines that do have bells and whistles and stitches, and I've been sewing on embroidery machines for so long that it sometimes is kind of felt flat. But I had to remind myself what it lacks in versatility, it makes up for in power and ease of use, honestly. And I put air quotes around versatility because I don't not think that this is versatile. I just think that people are like, oh, it's only a straight stitch. But 9 times out of 10, I'm only using a straight stitch. And after you've watched my video and heard me rave and rant about how much I love it and you're thinking about getting it, my first answer or recommendation is going to be to think about what you use your machine for. Also, if you're just getting started, don't spend the money to get this. If you are the kind of person who is like a hobby hopper and you have no intentions of like really sticking with this for a long time, because it then becomes an expensive tool that's just collecting dust, get yourself another machine. And maybe I will do a video on machines that are not Singer heavy duty that you can get that are really, really good. I made multiple videos on TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok where I talked about how Singer heavy duty is not the machine that everybody makes it out to be. It is just marketed very, very well, and that there are other better options. But if you do sew regularly, you need something with a little bit more power, you don't want the bells and whistles, I say go for the Juki, especially if you're thinking about getting, which I tried, was a baby lock, which was very, very similar. I'll be honest, there's nothing like a Juki motor, and it's so much more smoother. But if you chose another brand, I would say Janome would be number 2, and then Brother, and then Baby Lock. Janome is really, really good, heavy, powerful, but there is nothing like a Juki motor, and they're smooth. That is my recommendation. And if you love this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more videos, sewing, fashion, fun,